Hello, my beautiful and lovely gamers. My name is Jonal. You might have wondered the same thing. How the fuck can someone be a very high level? I'm not talking, level 4, 5, 600 in Overwatch. I'm talking like, platinum board and so on, and still be stuck in a very low elo, like for example, gold. While you see someone that is not a smurf, like someone that is new to the game, that's maybe level 2, 300, right? Those guys are in diamond, or in plat at least, with no prior experience in FPS. How is that a possibility? How does that even work? And while of course you can never talk for all of them, I have talked to some of them. I've coached actually a couple of them. I coach a couple of people at a very high level that are in lower elos, like in platinum, diamond, and so on, and gold. And what I've always gotten out of that is a couple of things. First of all, self-analyzing. Self-analyzing is important, and non-blaming. And that's one of the things, when I private coach people, one of my jobs is to increase game sense, right? And explain mistakes, how to fix the mistake, the logic, so it's not just like, oh, I was coached on Anubis, so now I know how to play Anubis, so that they can break the experience to all maps and tournaments and also future maps, future heroes and so on. Accuracy training and so on. But it's also my job in general to just give that overall game sense and help them figure out, okay, so now all the theories, all the game sense, the understanding behind the game and how that works. So now you can analyze yourself while you play your matches. And that is one of the things that a lot of them at least, that I've talked to, don't really do. They play, they die, and they're like, okay, so what? I died. They don't analyze and think about why they died and try to break down, okay, the enemy team is playing like this and this and this and this, I should have done that, that was a mistake, I died here because of this and this and this. Some of them I also know is blaming a lot, blaming either Blizzard for nerfing their heroes, because some of them are Mercy mains or Mercy one tricks, and they're like, yeah, back in Mercy meta everything was so much better. I've always said that if you didn't make it, if you're Mercy one trick before Mercy meta was a thing, and you have like your level 1200 at the time, and you don't make it like into Masters, you still stuck in Plat during Mercy meta, you didn't really rank up that much, then you're doing something wrong. And self-analyzation and actually understanding or trying to figure out what you're doing wrong and improving, instead of, for example, let's just bring Mercy as a thing, okay? Just because people talk about Mercy. If you res someone and it works 40% of the time and 60% it doesn't, or it's very inconsistent at least, and somehow maybe you can pull off like 7 sneaky reses, but on someone that you maybe shouldn't be allowed to, and you survive at like 40 HP all the time, and then you start ranking up, and then you constantly, that doesn't work, so you rank down a little bit, and then you're constantly caught there, and you don't realize that doing that kind of res that you're doing is actually killing you constantly, because in higher elos they hit their shot, and lower elos they don't. That's why you're getting allowed, because game sense is lower in that elo, therefore you're allowed to do that. And you're playing, and this hates me when people say it works in my elo, right? Okay, yeah, your goal border, you're stuck in goal. Why did you do this positioning? Oh, well, it works in my elo. Sometimes, because they don't see me, I can load some high noon behind them here, and I can get like a 4K. And then it's like, yeah, so, but when you push into Plat, all of a sudden it's like they notice you there. And yeah, that's probably because my team doesn't distract. No, it's because the positioning you're doing is wrong and bad, and you should notice by now. So mostly it is self-evaluation. Thinking about what you're doing, why did you die, why are you sometimes allowed to pull something off and sometimes you're not. And that is the realization that a lot of people don't do, as I understand. They can't just play the game to play the game instead of focusing. Now, a lot of them do play quick play constantly, but I will argue that even if you just play quick play, for example, when I play quick play, I don't try hard. I pull off like, yeah, okay, it's me and my best friend, right? And he's, for some reason, playing support with me. Okay, yeah, the enemy team is pushing in. We just lost 3 players. I have Dragon Blade. He has Nana Boosts. We lost 3-4 players. We should not do this. We're gonna do it anyway, right? Because that's quick play. That's the fun part of quick play, right? We're not gonna care about, okay, let's just reset this fight and bring it on to the next point. Instead, we're gonna, yeah, we can probably try, see what we can do. Oh, I got a 3K. I died. Yeah, that was, of course, a really stupid play of me, because we didn't win, because there's not enough players to push the objective now. But hey, that was pretty cool. I got a cool clip for a montage, right? Thinking like that. But if you think, and that's why you play quick play, but I still position myself decently. I still, by nature, try to position myself in a good way, or try to pull off decent shots, and not do, like, I don't do long pins as much in quick play, as comparatively, even compared to what I would be doing in ranked. I would still play my hero as my hero is supposed to be played. I would not take stupid positional risk. I might Valkyrie as a mercy and pull out the pistol and start killing people instead of actually pocketing. But I wouldn't be doing like really weird positioning as a mercy player, for example, on purpose or not by thinking about it. Because for me, that is something that just doesn't make sense. I would never play. There's a difference in my head between tryharding and practically on purposely playing bad. And I don't, personally, I've always, said that, well, that's a part of, the people that improve and the people that don't improve in this game. That the people that does improve, even in quick play or in arcade, by just being chill and casual, they still notice if they do a mistake and they still take note. Oh, well, I died there because that's a mistake. And if the mistake was, this, if you walk up to something and it's about to like pull off the stupidest high noon in the world and you're like, this is not gonna work. Then it's like, yeah, you already know that you're gonna do a mistake here. It's more for the memes than anything else. But if you're like, oh yeah, I'll just high noon now, and you're not thinking about why you're high nooning or anything, you just like, oh yeah, I'll press Q because there's no thought behind it. There's no, oh, this is bad, this is good. There's no analyzing of it. Then you will never really improve. And if you don't improve, and if you don't think about the game like that, if you don't even try to get better at it, if you just pull out weird stuff constantly, you're not focusing on why this is working or why it's not working, well, at that point, you will, to a certain extent, be stuck in a rank. And of course, you will rank up, at least to a certain extent, by just learning mechanics and learning the maps, right? There's a reason that I have never seen a very high, like a platinum board or something like that in like bronze or silver, because in bronze or silver, they mostly don't know the maps or how the game even works, or maybe even the hero abilities, right? As much as someone that has that amount of experience in the game. But when it started coming to gold or platinum, so where positioning started actually to manage something, even your accuracies aren't to really be taken into consideration and so on. I've seen some other people, they have really good mechanics, but they just do weird stupid stuff, and that's why of course some of them hire me as a private coach, but that's also why some of them are constantly stuck. And before you start self-evaluating yourself and thinking about what you're doing constantly, you will never ever really rank up. You will be stuck there, especially if you blame your team or blame Blizzard for nerfing or adding something that you don't think. Because again, as I've said a billion times, if I, with my mechanics, if you watch me live on stream, if I, with my mechanics, get hit 4.2k in solo queue as a DPS, then you guys can do it as well. I don't, especially some of you guys, I've seen some of you guys in Diamond and Masters, you guys have some hella good mechanics. It's just to add that theory and game sense behind that would really help a lot of you. So that's really my analysis, and I would like to hear if you are a very high rank player, if you know people, do you agree with this, do you disagree, what is your point of view of this? That's of course my experience with interacting with a lot of these players, and in general also as a coach and so on. But I would love to hear your opinions all the way down in the comment section or on a Discord server. It's a lovely community where you can talk and have discussion and really share about anything, both this game, other games, and so on. So I'll link that down in that description, also my Twitter and everything like that. Also my Twitch stream Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 8 p.m. the waiting time. I hope you guys have a lovely gaming experience. Please stay positive because I love you guys very much. My name is Jonal, and as always, keep the enemy in your crosshair.